very popular question that you get from quite a lot of boomers is if you could sit down at a dinner table and have dinner with three famous people, who would it be and why? They can be dead or alive. And I always rack my brain about this because you could have, easily you could have like a funny person there, you could have a very smart person there, you could have someone that you're very interested in or they're just very interested in themselves. And I've always just never really knew the answer to that question. But after listening to Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, I don't know how to say his second name, I can easily say that he would be one person that would sit at that dinner table with me. I don't think I've ever read a book where I feel so in line with someone ever. He talks, a lot, and he goes off in little tangents and things like this. And he will say two sides of the story. So he'll say to be angry, but not to be too angry. And he'll always say these things, right? He wouldn't say that, but in general, he would always say one thing and then the other. I think the word he looks for a lot of the time is balance. And I completely agree with him. To agree with someone that lived so many, many years ago and understand fully where he's coming from, it kind of upsets me that I don't think, not to my knowledge, we have had someone like Marcus since. And I know that's quite a broad statement, but I really think it's true. I think in our day and age, not a lot of people can have all of what Marcus had. I think it's very rare to be someone like Marcus, and I think in this day and age, there are many that would love to be someone like that, so self-reflective and so understanding and so driven to better oneself. There may be loads of people like that, but so little amount of people achieve those things because of all the distractions that we have today, right? Whereas Marcus would go sit in his room and he would write, about the things he learned or the things he did bad or whatnot. We can very easily just watch a movie, play a game, hop on the bus and go to, an event or something. It's very easy for us to get distracted and move away from bettering oneself. I wonder sometimes when I do listen to him whether we will ever get someone like that again. If you have no clue what Meditations is, it's basically a guy, a very powerful person, let's just say that. Very powerful person back in the day, and he had pretty much a diary, right, where he would talk about loads of things. It was just for him to reflect on, to read back and all this. And when he passed, these things were gathered up and basically made into a book, long story short. And so now when we read his diary, we see it as a book, the Book of Meditations, whatever, but it is realistically someone's diary that was very powerful, that overall was a very good person. Obviously, everyone has their downfalls, everyone has their bad deeds, but overall, a very self-reflective person, a very intelligent person, a very humble person, a very wise person, for the most part, obviously, as much as one could be. And I think it is a true blessing that he put these things in his journal. And although they may not have been meant to be read by others, it's kind of nice that we get to, Anyway, kids, it's a very good book. Highly recommend it. Again, I haven't gone the whole way through yet, but I'm a good portion in, and it is potentially going to be one of my favourite books. We'll see my full opinion later on. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.